call up Mr. Gesteuyala from Hookipa Workforce Academy, Mr. Brian Keala Benz. From the Outrigger Waikiki Beach Resort, I'd like to call up Mr. Robert McConnell. Embassy Suites Waikiki Beach Walk, Bob Yeoman. And from the Hilton Waikiki Beach Hotel, Mr. Jin Lee. Please come on up. In addition to the 5 properties that hosted our general membership meetings, we also want to recognize a gentleman by the name of Ken Cantor, who couldn't be with us tonight, but Ken is from Douglas Trade Shows, and he is a big supporter of our chapter and has been extremely gracious in sponsoring a booth for us at the Hawaii Lodging, Hospitality, and Food Service Expo, for which we are very grateful over the last 4 or 5 years. But he couldn't make it tonight. He's under the weather. And on behalf of Ken, John Yamamoto will be accepting the award.
Hey, sweetheart, how are you? Oh, thank you. Want to try it on?
Let's give this folks a big round of applause. Okay, we'd like to also recognize a few special guests who joined us tonight. And for that, I would like to turn the mic over to our chapter president, Rose Galera.
Aloha, and thank you very much for being here with us. This is a beautiful evening. My VIPs, I see Daryl Galera and Linda Galera. Are you out there? Would you come on in? Also Charlene Gray. Are they getting desserts? I'd like to also Andre Takibuet. One of our special guests tonight was Mr. Andre Takibuet. Jane Takibuet wants to be here, but she's not feeling well. A little something about Andre. I go a long way back with Andre Takibuet. When I first worked with HCP Hotel Corporation of the Pacific, and then Aspen Hotels and Resort. And I always remember with Andre and Jane, when we opened the Waikiki Beach Tower, one of the first instructions that I got from Andre, Rose, we're going to spend the night at the Halekulani Hotel, so you can study how they do things, and we can bring it up and do the same at the Waikiki Beach Tower. And I remember that evening, Mr. T, and then you took me to La Mer, and I really, really appreciated that. Mr. Andre Takibuet is one of my first bosses and had me travel all over the place to open hotels, and I was sharing at the table. I opened hotels in Cancun, in Cabo San Lucas, and I had to learn how to speak a little bit of Spanish. And one of the things I learned that a friend had taught me was to the camaristas and ayudantes, who were the housemen and housekeepers. Limpio de cuatro rapido. Clean the rooms fast. Mahalo, Mr. Andre. Thank you very much. Also at our table is Mrs. Dawn Ige. Mr. David Ige could not be with us this evening, and Marilyn Matsunaga from the campaign. Mrs. Ige is with also, she's a vice principal at one of the schools, the public schools. Also, I'd like to recognize Miles Yamamoto and Mrs. Yamamoto. Miles Yamamoto and John Yamamoto and I have worked quite a bit with the schools. Miles is with the Central District of the Department of Education. You'll notice I'll be mentioning the Department of Education a little bit because I've done some work with them as an executive housekeeper. The next two that I want to introduce as a special guest is Daryl and Linda Galera. Daryl is my son, who's a retired principal with the Department of Education, and Linda Galera is also the principal of Manaloa Elementary School. The schools are very important to the Housekeepers Association. We've done career path work with them. We've also done some training as well. And one of the last things we did recently was open a hotel room with furniture donated from the Waikiki Park Shore Hotel. And we trained the students how to make beds and clean balconies as well. Also, from the Hawaii Hospitality Magazine, Charlene Gray and Jennifer Dorman. Charlene and Jennifer. They're very supportive of the International Executive Housekeepers Association as well, and we do some special write-ups in the magazine. Another special guest that could not be here this evening was Mr. Ken Cantor and Mrs. Cantor, and as a result, John Yamamoto, he is the one who's worked very hard with the Hawaii Expo, the Hotel, Lodging, and Restaurant Expo, and Mr. Ken Cantor is with the Douglas Trade Show. Also, another visitor that we have here, Jason Ube. Is Jason here? Jason is with PBN, Pacific Business News. Thank you to all our guests who are here and have joined us. We truly appreciate your support with the International Executive Housekeepers Association Hawaii chapter.
In addition to the many generous silent auctions, by the way, the silent auction will be closing promptly in 10 minutes. If you guys want to go up there and check your bids, I want to go up there now. So it ends at 8 o'clock. But in addition to all of the many generous silent auction donors this year, we were very fortunate in having several companies sponsor portions of the event. And to those of you, a warm and heartfelt mahalo. Alsco for donating all of the dinner napkins and floor runners. Tom Stewart and Jason Chelios. Please stand when your name is called. Standard Textiles for donating all of the masks you received as you walked in tonight. Marissa Ross. United Laundry Services for donating all of the centerpieces, including a few extra that we got hidden in the back. Vicky Cayetano. We're missing her husband, the former governor of Hawaii from 1994 to 2002, couldn't make it tonight. Housekeeping for sponsoring one of the tables, How Tanaxis. Sobo Westex for sponsoring a table. Is Wanda here? Wanda Estero? Where's Wanda? Oh, there she is. She's at 6 o'clock. We'd also like to thank the Waikiki Beach Walk for donating the promo bags, those backpacks that were on your, that were out there when we were giving those out. Bags and wraps for donating all of the light-up tumblers. What do you think about those light-up tumblers? Pretty cool. The Orchid Lake Company for donating all of the lake, and ABC Chemical Corporation for their very generous financial contribution. We'd also like to thank Bula and Lynette Eastman, who led us in prayer this evening. Like Lynette needs any more lace, she's going to get another one, just like graduation. And we can't forget our awesome photographer, Mr. Lionel Seals. Thank you, Lionel. You're awesome, man. Mahalo. Mahalo. Give them all a round of applause. Okay, we'd now like to introduce you to our current Hawaii chapter officers and board members. And for this, I'd like to call up Mr. Gary Nishida. Executive Housekeeper of the Hawaii Prince Hotel and also Hawaii Chapter Community Services Chair and past president and a good friend of mine. When your name is called, please come up to the front here.
Hello everyone. I hope everyone's enjoying themselves at the Hawaii Prince Hotel. Thank you all for coming here. We really appreciate it. At this time, I'd like to recognize our officers and board members. Please come up when I call you. First of all, our president, everyone knows her, Rose Galera. Please, Rose. Our first vice president and MC for tonight, Derek DeMello. Our second vice president, Ivy Kwok. Ivy, please come up. Our secretary, Veronica Mayer. Veronica. And our treasurer, Diane Dom. Diane, please come up to the front. Pay you the money. Okay, now our board members. Rolani Kodep, please come up, Rolani. Joanne Yonamini, Joanne. Okay, Juana Barrett, Juana, please. Tia Miki, Tia, please come up to the front, Tia. And finally, Randy Higa, please, Randy, come up, Randy. How about a nice round of applause? These are our Hawaii chapter officers and board members. and they represent the largest chapter in all of the International Housekeeper Association. So please give them a round of applause and thank you all again.
We are proud in Hawaii to also have someone representing us at the international level. And I'd like to introduce Brian Benz of Team Clean Inc., who is today our Board of Directors, or Director at Large, with the International Executive Housekeepers Association, where our office is in Columbus, Ohio. We have in Hawaii 20 plus certified and registered executive housekeepers from the Hawaii chapter. And we all need to make sure that we always renew our certification every 3 years. And that includes continuous education.